How are we, ladies and gentlemen? How we doing? Let me put some music on. I'm juicing. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Previously on Kimba TV. Happy Tuesday. Yeah, buddy says, we need you, senpai. You know, somebody said that last night, and I gave you as much as I could. Is everybody caught up on the Discord thing? Swap Beezy says, can we hear you say yeah again? Yeah. Let's go. Happy Tuesday, boy. Let's go. Is everybody caught up on the Discord? On the Discord? God damn, what happened? Yeah. Is everybody caught up on the Discord? My entry is 820. Good shit. My entry is 52850. So I guess some of you guys have better entries than I do, but we'll talk about it in a little bit. Obviously, like the easiest thing is it might not have been a swing fail, but man, that is a failed auction right there. So what do you think my entry is? Yup. Yeah. But anyways, let's I'm thinking maybe let's Tuche up. I just finished all my work calls, and so I want to let Tuche up, and then let's look at some Bugammas and let's start identifying levels. So last night we talked about how like these are all, this is bad, this is good now. This is good. So if it swing fails that level, that was a short. In fact, what was my exact articulation? My exact articulation last night was I'm not in a short, and so as someone looking for a short, since that high is a good high, a swing fail pattern would be an obvious short attempt for me. That was the alpha last night. So, yes, 52850 is my entry. I'm not filled on tap bit, as you guys can see, so I would like to get in a little bit more, but the alpha was shared last night. I don't know if you got to see it torqued. But anyways, it's not really so much about like, did you hear the signal or did you get to see the Discord post? It always comes down to, do you know what you're doing? Can you read the charts correctly? You know what I mean? I noticed that the 50,800 was a potential bounce. And if you look at the Discord post, it was like 5:30 or 6:30 in the morning for me. And I was Latucheing up. And even though it was like 6 o'clock in the morning, wake and bake, I could still tell that this was potentially gonna bounce there. Last night, I come back from a 6-hour flight. I Latuche up and I could immediately tell that that's a good short there. So, Bugatti. So, you know, we're all looking at the same shit. Were you able to notice that 50,800, it was looking a little bit bullish? Or let me reword that. The short attempt that we had, could you notice over the weekend that it wasn't as bearish as we would have wanted it to be? And that it had a high chance of bouncing from 50,008? I was lettuce the fuck up. It was like 6 o'clock in the morning and I could tell. And sure enough, 50,800, it bounced from there. Last night, I came back from a 6-hour flight. I Latuche'd up, I was Latucheing up, and I could tell, okay, well, that's a good high up there. So if his swing fails, then that's an obvious short attempt and a stop on a higher high. Yeah, we're all looking at the same shit. And if it doesn't make sense now, it's not that big of a deal. With time, it will. Lupo says, what do you think about the open interest going up on the move? I don't like that there are still so many net shorts. In my opinion, brother, everybody that keeps shorting this shit, go fuck yourself. 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 Really go fuck yourself. Long is gonna be wrong soon. You wanna fuck around and talk about my home run TP? You wanna talk about my home run TP? Hands up if you're in the short and you wanna just fucking get real nasty and talk about some home run TPs. Because you know what my home run TP is?
0.
Woo! You already know. Oh my God. Yo! Holy fuck. Damn! I'm actually kind of speechless. Damn! Y'all don't need me no more. It's kind of sad. It's sick, and I'm so proud. But it's also sad because it's like, oh my God, you guys don't need me anymore.
My trainer, he told me, he said,
Juice!
He just told us to be prepared.
Yeah, man. My home run would be like the 32, 31s. Again, whatever it is, right? The 30, 31, 32, 33. I'm not going to really nitpick on the exact level. It's that zone, you know? But yeah. Yo, can you imagine if I get this short to hit all the way down? I'm trying to see if I can get into a tap bit and a MEXC one so I can flex the position. Shout out SMP. Shout out Bugamas. Give it up for the Kimba lines. Kimba's useless lines. Let's get nasty. So yeah, my entry is 52850. I think there's like 200, 230 of you guys in this short. Yeah. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, everything shared ahead of time, even when I'm literally underwater scuba diving, I'm above water juicing on the trades. Yeah? YSX says, but you didn't get full size, right? I didn't get full exchanges. I'm only filled on Kraken. Well, I'm actually filled on 13.5 on MEXC, but I don't consider that filled. And I didn't get filled on Tapbit or Blowfin or BingX. Yeah. So, but this is what I was saying earlier, and this is the most important thing, YSEC. We talked about the 50,800 short TP. And by the way, if you were watching VIP, that's where I also TP'd a good chunk of the short.
Shut up, Kimbo.
It's not really so much about and you can see from this that this whole move up, right? Every single short, all the short attempts, retail just got smacked. Go fuck yourself. 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 This whole move up, shorters got squeezed. Stopped. Right? This whole move up, longs. There's a lot of longs in here now. And look at this. Can you tell that this short squeeze from here to here was significantly different than all the other short squeezes from $10,000 ago? Yes, and we're at $730 million in open interest. Oh boy. Domzer says 1,000 BTC on Kraken. I wish. Did you hear earlier how big it was on Kraken, Domzer? It's like 80 something. I go off of like every 200, 300, 150,000. And so it's always like a weird exact BTC number. But it's like 82, 84. But yeah, it's not really, again, it's not so much about, oh, I didn't see the Discord post, or oh, I didn't get to copy it on the VIP, or you know, it's really just about, are you able to see this shit correctly or not? You know, and there's always going to be another trade. There's always going to be a scalp short, scalp long opportunity. So I think it's, you know, it really just comes down to, we're all looking at the same shit. The open interest is the same for you as it is the same for me. The fib levels are the same for you as it is for me. You know, the divergences are the same for you as it is for me. Being able to remember what it's done in the past is, you know, the same for you. The past is the same for you as it is for me. So yes, I'm in a short from the 52850. I know a bunch of you guys are. I haven't TP'd anything yet because my dumb ass is swinging for a home run. Do you guys all know where my home run is? I'll get stopped out in profit like I always do. But as I always do, I'm also going to swing for a home run. So there you go, Romans. Yeah. So, and when I say 32, it's really the 31 to 33 zone. Okay. So I don't want people to start nitpicking at, oh, you said 32. Yeah. Well, if it bounces from 32.8, then that's basically the same thing.
Latuche, motherfucker. The math is the math.
Latuche, motherfucker. Let me take a look at ETH BTC for my boy, Mango Eric. You don't need my help. We gonna get nasty, my boy. This gonna get nasty, my boy. What you mean? Where do you think we are? Quit playing with me. Pixel. Mango. Shout out Mango Eric. Can you see these wicks or no? Hey, pull the fib. Don't be scared. But what do you think I would tell you? Because I can't predict the future for you, brother. You know what I mean? But you know what would be bullish, for example? So this is what I would say. Just because it gets here and it pulls back, don't freak out. You know? Like, you want something like this, yes? You want puncture, and at some point this gets turned into support, and then you make a higher high, and then let's get nasty. Let's get nasty. Is that, oh, we juicing. Give it up for the Boogamas too, though. Let's get nasty, y'all. Woo! Who learned this shit? Hands up. Hands up if you paper trading. My pleasure, Mango. I love you, brother. Let me know if you have any questions. Telemaya. Alpha Toxin. Michael says, why are you screaming, bro? Tell him, chat. Because I love this shit. Juice. Juice. Get nasty. Who juicing? Ow! Get nasty, my boy.
Motherfucker, the math is the math.
Come on.
Let's get it. Kill
Who juicing? Ow! Oh, yes, I love this like. Kobo says, I'm going to have a good gym session. I already know it. Let's go, Kobo. Swap Beezy says, OI doing pretty good. Indeed it is. Did you hear earlier how we were talking about, you know, if it came all the way back up to the previous day value area high, clean those bad highs and then like swept and then came back inside, that would be like an interesting place where I would add and enter more on other exchanges. So I have my stop losses in accordance to that. I'll shave a little bit, especially as we near these highs, because I feel like at this point, maybe above 52.1, this is already in play. It's too high up not to grab those. So maybe like at 52.1, I shave a little bit, and then like on a sweep structure like that, I would MEXC and tap bit type of shit. But that's not responsible if you have been taking a bunch of L's. So the thing is, Dragon King, you know exactly what your entry is. God damn, look at all those single prints. You know exactly what your entry is. You know what your size is. And so you can run through 2 or 3 different hypothetical scenarios. What if I put some stop losses here? What if I put this much here? What if we put this much here? And you know exactly what each scenario would net you. And so whatever seems the most attractive at that point is what you should do. But there should be, whatever happens, there should be no surprises, because you can already emotionally prepare yourself for what your realized P&L would be if everything gets hit. And that's the most important thing, is that you're comfortable with with that outcome, and you're almost like on to the next trade, if you will. Sounds good, Dragon? But if you want to like talk specifics, let me know. You like, certainly going above levels that you've done bearish retests on would not be great. You know, that was a sweep level. That looks like that did a like a pixel bearish retest. That looks like a bearish retest. So, you know, maybe something like that you would tolerate, but you know, you really wouldn't want to get back above near like the point of controls. Dragon King on the smaller time frame. Alrighty. Wait, real quick. So if it's 80 Bitcoin and 20,000, am I seeing this right? Oh, that's not as big as I thought it was.
That's what she said.
That's fucked up to say, but oh, fuck. I thought it was 16. Crescendo says, do you have any thoughts about ADA, or do you not care about it? I'm carefully watching, but the way that I'm preparing for it is what I think ETH, Cardano, Link, DOT could all be if Bitcoin goes to 33, 32. And maybe you should clip this, Crescendo, whether it's a month from now or 2 weeks or 1 day from now, when we, or if we are at 31, 32, February 20th is the day when I first started planning for and getting ready to long DOT, Cardano, ETH, BIDI, if and when BIDI goes to 33, 32, 31, 30. But in essence, I'm doing the same thing that I'm doing for ETH and DOT, brother. I'm looking at the ADA BTC pair, and I'm trying to see on the higher time frame which way that trend is going. And I'll use that as confluence along with the USDT pair TA to take shots. Alrighty, Crescendo. Popfist says, would you mind sharing which data and indicators except failed auction and OI decrease make you bearish? Well, it's a culmination of the whole thing, Popfib. So do you remember? It all starts really with when I said, okay, my first attempt is going to be 47. I'm going to stop loss at 47.2, 47.3. You remember that? And do you remember when we talked about if I get stopped out at 47.2, 47.3, what my next short attempt would be? I said 51.52. Were you there last week when I put the limits in blind and before I got filled, and I got filled live on VIP, and I had the short from 52,355? Were you there over the weekend? Did you get caught up on the Discord and read what I said when I started talking about, hey, this does not look as bearish as I needed it to be. If it wasn't the weekend, I would close the whole short at 50,800 and long it at 50,800. Did you hear the whole thing that we talked about earlier in the morning about how it was more about I had another opportunity to get into a short from a better position than where I was earlier? Because my entry on the short wasn't that good. It was 52,355, right? And I went back and forth like 2-3 days, green, red, right? So. And then from there, did you see what I said last night in the Discord? I said, this is word for word what I said. Since that high is a good high, a swing fail pattern would be an obvious short attempt for me. That was last night. So it's a culmination of everything, Pop Fib. It's not just one thing that you can memorize and say, oh, okay, this is when I'm supposed to short. It doesn't work like that. Yeah, so hopefully you were able to kind of see, but it all started even when we were at 47. We said, okay, I'm going to short 47. I'm willing to get stopped out at 47.3. If that short doesn't work, then my next attempt is what? 51.52. Well, here we are. Okay, and so stuck to my plan, I took a short attempt at 52.355. It did not look like, can you tell the difference between my short attempt here when I got filled at 52.355 and the open interest, what the open interest did, and this pop and what the open interest did? And what do we always talk about, Pop Fib? We always say conceptually they're not going to nuke it until they stop out all the retail shorters. They're not going to pump it until they stop out all the retail longers. And we talk about how if the open interest is declining and nuking, I want to fade it. I want to counter it because it's not real. So it's a culmination of knowing, okay, I want to start shorting. We took a shot at 47. Okay, 47 dirt didn't work. Let's wait for 51, 52. Okay, let's take a stab at 52, 355. I got in, but it's not dumping and it's not looking as bearish as I want it to be. All right, so TP'd a little bit, closed half, all on VIP live, and then the rest we got stopped out in profit when it went above the golden pocket retracement. All right, and then since these were all good highs, especially on CME, okay, that's a good high. Alrighty, so that means that it's going to pa-pink. And that's what we talked about last night. I said if it swing fails, it would be an obvious short. And then you could even talk about, okay, well, how could you have played it? Well, even on the 5-minute, it gave you a golden pocket retracement. Pixel perfect, golden pocket retracement, failed auction. So you might not have gotten the swing fail on the smaller time frame, but you got the failed auction on a smaller time frame. And that's still a bearish structure, just like a swing fail pattern. And then on the 1 hour, you for sure got a structure. Like I would count that as a swing fail pattern for sure. Alrighty, Pop Fib, I hope that helps. So I don't want you to be talking about what made you long 31, 32 if it gets down there, because we're talking about that now. You know, I don't want you talking about what made you long 47, 46 because people are talking about it and we're talking about it now. Roger? So people were talking about 52.4, 52.5. Your daily open is right here. Your daily open is 517. Your previous day EQ and point of control is 52,000 and 52,075. All right. And then all the levels that we talked about, you're going to have to, or don't have to, but in my opinion, you should look at CME and Coinbase. So if you're looking for a sweep, Ideally, you would want Coinbase and CME to sweep. If it doesn't, then you already have kind of your own probabilities to play for, because it's not the first time that derivatives will sweep and CME doesn't, or the derivatives will sweep when CME is paused during Macaulay Culkin hour, the combos. So CME 618 pixel, yes sir, always long. Yup. And in 58 minutes, you're going to get Macaulay. So, yeah, it's starting to get interesting. It's starting to get interesting. But like I said, you don't have to get like pixel perfect top. You know what I mean? So I would always gladly sacrifice or trade in a couple $100 on the entry if it means that I can get like an extra 5-10%, whether it's like bullshit or whether it's a real mathematical edge, just the fact that I feel more confident is good enough. So sometimes Z level around 53.1 of 15,000, but that's really not that serious. Okay. Z level of 15,000 at 53.1 on the 12 hour. Here's your 7-day. Here we go. So that Z level of 132,000 at 53.150 is still there. It stretches all the way through like 54.2. Alrighty. And then you've got a big cluster of like 124,000 Z level at 50,400. And then a bunch of like 114s, 122, 114, 94 from 50,001 all the way to like 49.8. Okay. And then you got more like down here at 41.7, but I'm not going to really go too far into that. I don't think that'll be relevant for tonight anyways. And then the Z level on the 1 month is 359,000, 348,000, 447,000, 441,000, 362,000, 284,000, etc. at 41.3. All right, so if you start pulling some fibs and you go on higher time frame, you know exactly what that 41.3 is. It lines up with a volume peak, and there's also a good Kimba box level down there. So that's an interesting level to have a significant TP on the short, or if you're longing, that might be an area of interest. Alrighty, Crypto Damas says, I'm still holding 52.2 short from Friday and added on 53. That's awesome, Crypto Damas. But make sure that you have good risk management, Crypto Damas, and stick to your plan. But that's an amazing adventure that you've been on. That's a crazy roller coaster you've been on. Yeah? Yeah. And I don't know if you're on VIP or not, but and I don't know if you were reading the Discord or not, but we were pretty good at identifying the 50,800 level pretty early. And so I TP'd half at 50,008, but if you saw the post, I was talking about how if it wasn't the weekend, I would actually close the short completely and go long at 50,800, right? So that worked out pretty well. I think even though we didn't close the short perfectly, or even though we didn't get a hedge long in, I feel like we're still reading the thang pretty well. And then we took the swing fail short. So, alrighty, I'm in a short with you, Crypto Damas, 50 to 850. And I'll be trying to see if I can add more. But the stop loss, I would get stopped out. And then I would re-enter again if it's a swing fail. The reason why I'm not doing anything blind or waiting for a swing fail is because I have a flight coming. So I'd rather get stopped out and I'd rather re-enter after seeing it. But I'm rooting for you, brother. Seriola. And just remember, Crypto Damas, this is the other Discord post too, is that really outside of 53.3, 53.5, I don't think there's any short opportunities beyond that point. So don't get too carried away. I'm going to take my shots where I'm going to take my shots, but I'm not going to just keep blindly shorting, I don't think there would be a reason to short beyond 53.5. I would just wait until 57.7 type of shit, and then maybe if I can get into like a scalp long or something. Longers, I'm rooting for you. Shorters, I'm rooting for you. Bulls, bears, we're all lions. You know what I mean? Ladies and gentlemen, it's great to be back. The Hawaii trip was amazing, but it's great to be back with y'all. Let's get nasty. All right, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. Shout outs to February. All right, Sato. Tell them what happens if they don't use stop loss, Sato. He said he's going to smack the shit out of you, y'all. Ladies and gentlemen, happy Tuesday. It's great to be back. Love you guys. Have a great night. Peace, everybody. See you tomorrow. Bugatti.